Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. My name is Patrick Garman, and I will be the host for today's webinar, Best Practices for Writing Requirements. Before we jump in, let me cover a few housekeeping items. At the bottom of your screen, you'll find multiple application engagement tools. You can adjust their size and position to optimize your computer screen, and to expand your presentation area or maximize it to full screen, simply click the arrows in the top right corner. If you have any audio or video issues, you can find answers to some common technical questions located in the Help widget at the bottom of your screen. Please note that a copy of today's slide deck and additional resources are available in the resource list. Please have a look and download everything that you may find useful. Also, this webinar will be recorded and sent via the email you registered with. Lastly, if you have any questions during the presentation, you can submit them through the Q&A widget. We are here to answer you live via the chat throughout the presentation, so don't hesitate to reach out. If we run out of time or don't manage to answer your question, we'll be sure to follow up later by email. And now, let me introduce myself and my co-host. I am Patrick Garman. I'm a Principal Solutions Consultant here at JAMA Software, and I work with customers across multiple industries to optimize requirements management practices to help innovators succeed. Before coming to JAMA, I had 10 years of product development experience, and I've led teams to successful product launches in soft tech, consumer electronics, logistics, healthcare, government and public sector, and the financial services industries. And now I serve as the services lead for improving requirements quality at JAMA Software. And joining me today as well is Danny.
Hi, thank you, Patrick, for introducing me. I'm Danny Behrens, a Senior Solution Consultant here at JAMA, and I will be assisting Patrick for today. I have nearly 2 decades experience in system engineering, and I have successfully implemented, trained, maintained, and supported application lifecycle management application, and specifically requirements management application. Throughout my career, I have worked on projects and collaborated with customers in the medical device, aerospace and defense, automotive, and semiconductor industry. So let's start off today. JAMA Software's purpose is to help innovators succeed, as Patrick already mentioned. And the key to successful innovation is writing high quality requirements for your products. We want you to walk away from this session with an understanding of why requirements are important and give you a useful framework from which to build your requirements authoring skills. Basically, we are setting the groundworks here. We'll expose you to some of the challenges in product development as they relate to requirements, and we will talk about how requirements help to bridge communication challenges. We'll also provide you with important information and tools for authoring better requirements. So helping you write better requirements is why we are here. But what does that matter? Why are we really here? What we want, and what I suspect you want too, is to build safe and high quality products. And requirements are an essential element in defining, designing, and developing great products. So yes, we want you to write better requirements, but writing better requirements is a means to a better end, a high quality, safe product. And good requirements also means to get that great product with hopefully less communication friction, reduced rework, and build a work environment that encourages collaboration, transparency, and focuses on quality. So let's start with talking about why requirements are important. Requirements are the building blocks of product development, and strong requirements lead to better products. Conversely, vague and unclear requirements can not only lead to product issues, but also to safety concerns. These quotes you see here from the US Food and Drug Administration Design Control Guidelines for medical device manufacturers and highlight the importance of quality requirement management in delivering safe products to the market. But these justifications for requirements can be applied to any industry or product. Keep in mind, design control activities are intended to drive quality and safety into the product development process. And here they are stating that requirements are the foundation to those safety activities. Of course, not all benefits of proper requirements management are related to safety. These also call out the impact to later product development lifecycle activities, finding that missing requirements or even ill-defined requirements can cause expensive redesign and rework. Which makes sense considering the later the issues are found in the product lifecycle, the more expensive the issue is to resolve, as you'll need to circle back to previous phases to identify and address the issue at the root and their impacts along the way. Requirements management activities are a way to avoid these issues from the start, thus reducing rework and redesign and improving your quality. It also ensures you make the time to market. While the specific regulations and standards may vary, the same requirement management practices and principles are applicable to any industry. So, what are our reasons for defining requirements, especially that would apply to your team? As we just saw, properly defined and managed requirements are the key to safety, and as such reduce risk both of physical injuries and product damage. Additionally, properly managing requirements helps teams answer questions like, are we working on the right thing? And what should we work on next? These help with managing scope creep and prioritization. Requirements also serve as a connective tissue between subsystems, defining how they should interact and how that interaction should be verified. Ultimately, well-written requirements are also key to ensuring proper validation, meaning defining just how teams should determine if the intent of their requirements has been met. That is to say, did we build the right thing? So on this slide, you'll see a survey from engineering.com that highlight and help quantify the challenges companies experience with requirements management. These frightful numbers show the importance of well-written requirements and their traceability in various degrees. We'll be addressing these topics throughout this webinar and should help you avoid becoming one of these statistics.
Excellent. Thanks, Danny. So now that we have a sense for the importance of requirements, how do you get started? In other words, how do you navigate from a high-level market need or problem to detailed requirements for a product? And how do you write requirements that the intended outcome, the product you deliver, will solve for that need?